Now we're recording.
We're recording
Something.
Okay. We haven't decided what we're talking about.
Ohio.
Oh, Ohio.
We can. Or, talk about, almost got mauled by a cougar and
Yeah, we can just have a conversation because that's how my podcast works. So
this is probably the closest you could explain my podcast. It's like I had a friend listen to the Air King. She's like, I really liked it and all that, but you kind of guys are all over the place. I'm like, yeah, we try to pull it back every once in a while.
Well,
drifting in eternity.
Up to the trailhead, of all places, there is a small town called Cougar, Washington.
that sounds like an amazing place.
It was amazing. They had a bronze cougar. And as you're
if you see a bronze cougar, that's like top of the line because they don't even make silver cougars. It's only gold. Yeah. So that's like second place in cougars.
And it was, and then they had the Cougar Bar, where I love the fact that when you're driving up there, it says it's open Tuesday through Saturday, like 9 p.m. to whatever. On your way back from the trails, when you read the sign that says lousy service and warm beer, I was like, I had to stop, pull over, and take a picture of that. But there's a Bigfoot lodge that has a small Bigfoot souvenir shop. But when you're a Cougar, you have to go through Cougar. Right as you pass Cougar City, there is Beaver Bay. You have Cougar Park and Beaver Bay. I'm like, somebody planned that. Somebody had to plan that out.
They had to. Well, I don't know. You'd have to look and see when the town was like founded.
Which came first, the cougar or the beaver? Is that what you're implying?
No. When the term cougar hunting was invented.
Oh.
Because if it was like in the 50s and they didn't equate cougars to women.
Oh, you sure?
I don't know.
We got to look up how old that was.
We're old, but we ain't that old.
I just realized I'm going to make a formal request. I would like a Myth Monsters and Mullet podcast shirt.
Oh, yeah?
On the back, I would like it to say, here, kitty.
I can make it happen. I can make it happen. Actually, what I started doing, I don't know if you saw Copenhagen's.
I saw it, but I just thought it was.
So what I did is I put the quote along the side because it's a cheaper shirt that way. So I don't have to charge as much.
Nice.
I put on his, be very quiet, cougars.
And just put here, kitty.
I could do that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I was figured that'd be on videos. I get mauled by a cougar and they go,
yeah. And if you would like one of the Myths, Monsters, and Mullets t-shirts, email me at mythsandmullets@gmail.com. I can hook you up. And since I'm only doing the fronts now, it's $25, no matter what you want on there. And I can customize it for you. If you want to say, right now for the women, I'm putting the mullet made me do it. That was Nicole that came up with that. She has the only one right now that says that, and it's on the back. But figured a way to make it cheaper for everybody and still get the funny stuff.
And yeah,
they're really nice shirts.
But I love your logo.
Yeah,
like your logo
that is a Madman Goins from Nevermore Hollows designed that for me. Yeah. It wasn't cheap, but it's worth it.
Yeah, it's always worth it, right?
Yeah.
No, I did like. So I was talking with Cryptids and Corn and Mr. E, the fabulous E, and J, the clone 1957, which he did my intro, and he goes, the #1 podcast in paranormal with a shark logo. I was like, that's fair. I think I can get away with that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how many other shark logos are out there, but
I was impressed with the logo that was in the episode that I was on with the mullet.
the mullet,
The shark with the mullet.
yeah, that's fabulous.
Yeah.
A genius of a man who figured that
I
out.
know, man. I wish I knew a guy. Oh, that might have been me. And you can look at it. You can tell it took me like 30 seconds to make that thing.
And paint.
Yeah, well, no, I did it on my phone.
Oh, you did it on your phone? Wasn't even paint.
I just used like the picture editing thing.
But when you look at it, it looks good. I mean, it was, and it fit that episode so well.
I mean,
Chumming with the mullet.
right, and it fits kind of my persona. The redneck, white trash. It's
Beige garbage.
right.
I mean, you weren't drinking PBR.
I drink my Pabst with my pinky up.
So this is going to be a grab bag. We've thrown names out because this is, probably JD's Chum bucket is probably what I'm going to use for the snippets and that from this side. What you can use whatever you like on that, but because I know we'll hit paranormal, we'll probably hit cryptids, we'll probably hit
A lot of jokes.
some UFOs all at one time.
Yeah.
But we're going to be all over the place.
Right. And if you're watching this on Chumming with the Spirits, this is how my interviews go all the time. So if you like this style of just whatever comes out of your mouth, follow me at Myths, Monsters, and Mullets, and you'll get more, because this is going to be on my show, a series I call Off the Rails.
5 years from now.
Not quite that far ahead.
Well, you're like 7 months out or something like that.
No, like this will probably come out. We're recording this May
16th.
May 16th. This will come out.
Dated ourselves.
Yeah, that's all right.
I didn't say year. So, I mean, 20 years from now, they could look at this and realize.
Yeah, they're gonna think, man, they did a lot of episodes in between in the future.
Sure. But
This will probably come out once we do all that, probably end of July. Yeah.
so it'll come out before Jamboree then.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Not that far ahead. Ohio Bigfoot Jamboree, Ada, Ohio, put on by Cryptids of the Corn. I'll be there. He'll be there. It's put on by Cryptids of the Corn. I think I said that already. Nevermore Hollows will be there, because I got to mention Nevermore Hollows because I'm also on Nevermore Hollows now. I don't know if you knew that.
You're on there twice, I believe.
There's going to be a lot of me.
Well, yeah, you're going to do a lot more voices and everything, but you have 2 active characters.
I have 2 active characters.
Not that
I can't say anymore. I can't say anymore.
So you got to watch from the beginning.
Yes.
And then catch up, and you're going to see it.
Yeah,
somebody else that's doing the speaker is going to be on Nevermore Hollows as well.
Correct. Matthew Orton is going to be on Drunk Cryptids.
He didn't give me a koozie.
Oh, screw that guy.
He was
Love you, Matthew.
No,
just kidding.
Forgive it. Well, we're going to be there as a vendor too. We're not speaking, which is probably a good thing if you're watching our podcast. We're looking forward to, because we haven't met Nevermore Hollows, that group, guys. Watched your interviews with them, watched some of the episodes that you did. Just amazing group of guys. And then I was going to say,
Drunk Cryptids are going to be there. Cryptids of Corn.
For the 5th time. Cryptids of Corn.
Yeah. I mean, they're putting it on. We got to mention
and that's Bigfoot Ohio Jamboree 2. This is the second
Ohio
time.
Bigfoot Jamboree.
Ohio Bigfoot Jamboree 2.
2. Yes.
In Ada, they're taking up all the park.
Yes.
They've expanded it.
Last year, that's where I met Nevermore Hollows. It was before I started my podcast. And did I ever tell you why I decided to go there? I wasn't even listening to Cryptids of Corn at the time. Did I tell you why I went up there?
You went up there to meet somebody, right?
Tony Merkel was there, which he's scheduled to be there right now, but I don't know if you heard about his wife.
No.
Oh. She's battling breast cancer, so
keep on thoughts and prayers. That's
right. They could use the prayers if you watch the confessionals. You know, Tony makes no, it's not a secret that he's a Christian. I am too. So prayers go out to the Merkel family. But I went up to see Tony Merkel, but I was also going up to see Wild Bill from Mountain Monsters. He was there.
Oh, yeah.
I like Mountain Monsters. I don't care what other people think about Mountain Monsters. I like Mountain Monsters. You ever watch Mountain Monsters?
I've got a few of their episodes, and I know why you like that.
Why?
Because you should be right offside camera half the time. Let's be honest. You could have walked right behind them, and they would have not second guessed anything.
Right?
But that means that's a good show,
Right.
If you would just fit in.
With so I will say this: when I met Bill, he pretty much made it known that Mountain Monsters isn't coming back.
Yeah.
Now I've heard something since then that it may be coming back in some form. But yeah, I went up to see Wild Bill, and you know, you think there's no way that guy is real. He's real. That is Wild Bill is Wild Bill. I mean, he acts exactly the same in real life. I heard some stories about the after party from OBJ last year, and yeah, he's the exact same way in real life as he is on that show, and I love it. I do. That's my comfort show. That's The Office.
So one of my comfort shows was I need to catch up on it. Is the Skinwalker Ranch.
Yeah.
And I watch it for one person and one person only, and that is Dragon.
Oh yeah.
He's had so many quotes on there that hit way close home for me. Like, because I don't have letters and numbers behind my name, you're not going to listen to me. And he's doing his best to try to keep very intelligent people from doing stupid things
Right.
all day long. And I'm like, I feel his pain. I can see it.
Are you trying to say something about your co-host?
Well, no, I'm not. That's work. My co-host.
Oh, you're talking about work?
I'm talking about work. Yeah, my co-hosts, they're a breeze. They're easy. Like, well, and you'll be able to finally meet them in person,
Right.
in Ohio, because I know OG has been wanting to be able to hang out with you, and Chum.
Who wouldn't?
I know. I mean, the live that we did, the pictures we took. I mean, they were totally jealous.
Right.
Yeah.
And you should be too.
Because you're not here. We're going to have to spin the camera so you can see the cast.
This room it's like the Taj Mahal.
It's amazing.
Yeah. I can't believe you're paying $1,000 a night for this.
Only the best for John.
I expect that.
You should.
You guys are getting a lot of John Methenkamp tonight because I'm drinking. Okay.
It's not that.
And not the John Methenkamp that you see on Myth Monsters and Mullets. You're seeing John Cougar Hunter Methenkamp, which if you watch my comedy videos, this is what you get because I've been drinking.
I'll try to keep up.
Yeah. Keep up drinking or keeping up
Both.
the comedy?
I'm comedy.
Okay.
Every once in a while, I can throw a quip or coughing.
Yeah. All these storms coming through. The sinuses, man.
Yeah.
Every time.
Well, there's something up here in Ohio. Maybe it's cryptid fur. I don't know, but there's something I generally have to take allergy medicine every time I'm in Ohio.
Might be the meth.
That could be the meth.
I can actually make that joke here because I got kicked off my TikTok live for making that joke.
Eric Chum got us banned for 8 days. It was talking about an experience that he had, and it was talking about somebody unalived themselves. Oh. And they picked up the string thing. But like he kept on using the S word and the hanging.
Yeah.
Kicked him out like within 5 minutes of the live. Me and OG hadn't even logged in yet because he's talking to a friend of ours. And he got it repealed, but I was like, oh God, what did you do?
Yeah.
I was like, but yeah. Well, like Nicole, threw the F-bombs out that one time.
And I'm like, I'm trying to send her a message like, hey, you got to stop. And because it'll get everybody a ding on them.
But this might be just the bash session on lives and things not to do. Half of this, like you can't have.
No, you can't show.
Well, technically, this would be okay.
You would be okay because it's not showing the cam, but me doing this, that's going to get you off.
Yeah, I mean, who would forget their koozie?
This guy.
This koozie has been all over.
That's right. It's all over the country. It's been to Oregon.
Yeah, well, probably the only thing that survives my Bigfoot encounter is going to be this koozie.
That's right. Because it's going to see that logo and be like, I can't mess with that.
Let's just put it to the side.
It's like the black box on an airplane. Yeah. Whatever you want to keep safe, you put it in that koozie.
Yeah, I've been to Washington, Oregon,
I've been
Kansas,
everywhere, man.
Missouri. Where else have I been with this thing? Ohio, Indiana.
Yes, we were in Indiana, and he said we were in Ohio.
It's all the same.
He's been drinking. It's not. Well, yeah. This part of Ohio and Indiana looks.
None of it fields. I'm telling you, I can spot a Bigfoot like from 10 miles away.
Did you go south to south of Indianapolis in Indiana? You start getting into the hills, and it's really pretty down there. And then when you go,
but you chose to live here.
Well, that's where my wife's from, and she already owned a house. And
I mean, that sucks being a pool boy all day.
It does. It does. It pays the bills, though.
Yeah. Do what you have to do.
That's right.
You do look.
And I do look good in a Speedo.
The official. This Monsters and Mullets.
I don't have one of those yet, but you know what?
He says yet. It's on the catalog.
Right.
By the time this comes out, it should be on the catalog.
No. When I set up my Patreon, which is coming.
That's your top tier gift.
Yeah, you like the different levels. You're like at one level you'll get a mullet. Another level, a koozie,
mullet, Speedo, or is there one
got a shirt?
Yeah. Speedo.
Right. And I was thinking about like at a certain level, you get a roast. Like I roast you.
Ah.
Have you ever seen my roast on TikTok?
No, actually, I have not seen the roast. I'm gonna have to look that one.
I've got one for Chris and Alan, one from Nevermore Hollows.
Somebody took all their original videos down from YouTube for seasons of stuff.
Well,
yeah, Missouri Paracon. I got to meet some TV heroes. I got to meet Steve and Tango from Ghost Hunters. I got to meet David Schrader from Hoser Files, Russell Accord, Dr. Mayora, Amy, and I'm drawing a blank on his name. Just next to each other. And then we got to meet some other podcasters. Traveler to the Moon, their investigation group.
Is that the one that was in the? No, never mind.
No, you're thinking of Darkwood. Darkwood. No, Darkwood.
No, that's not it.
Something.
Maybe it wasn't even your.
Maybe not mine. Should just talk about another live. Yeah.
Well, I do a lot. I'm busy.
No,
man.
you are. But we have met like Sunflower Investigations, Pin Parent.
That's who it was.
Sunflower. Yeah. He came and hung out with us at the Central Kansas Paracon. Got to hang out with Dustin Perry. He was at Missouri and there. We're going to hang out with him again at the KC Paracon in August. We're trying to be as busy as you. We're just failing. You and
No, you see, I do a lot of my stuff online. You guys travel. I just.
Well, you do this.
Well, yeah,
Technically, we all did go down to Arkansas.
that's true. But I just send random friend requests on Facebook to like celebrities and stuff.
Just wait for somebody to hop in and say,
Honestly, I honestly think it's because people see that I'm friends with Tony Merkel.
and you might be somebody.
Like, oh, well, if he's cool enough for Tony Merkel, then he might be.
Little do they know Tony Merkel is cool enough to be you.
Exactly. Yeah.
We run into that a lot.
So Tony used to do this thing on his, You won't see it on the confessionals page. You only see it on his personal page because, we're like this. We went to different schools together. Yeah.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
Anyway, he was doing this thing. He had a fake mullet and he was calling himself Tennessee Tony. So when I went up to the Ohio Bigfoot Jamboree, I went as method camp, full method camp, glasses. I was completely in character. And I walked up to his booth and he kind of looked at me weird. I don't know why. I mean, it's just a fake mullet and sunglasses.
Yeah.
And,
It doesn't look weird at all at
No.
a con when anybody can walk directly up to you.
right. And he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I was like, "I'm here looking for Tennessee Tony." And he started smiling and he went into his character. He's like, "I'm right here." So, yeah, that was my introduction to Tony Merkel. And I sent him a message on Facebook because we'd never met in person. And I was like, hey, I was the weird dude with the mullet.
You just like
Where were you?
I was gonna say you probably could have just said mullet.
Yeah.
You didn't have to add the weird.
Well, see, and that's the thing. Like, I have videos from OBJ. I will warn you, I didn't get phone service with the crap there.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, because I was going to try to do a live on TikTok, and I had like 1 bar of service.
So you're telling me I need to give you Starlink with satellite and get that set up
Maybe.
and charge everybody who wants to connect to it for their lives?
That's a good idea.
So ideas, but
We could be supporting our podcast this way. Reselling Starlink.
Yeah.
Elon, we're really not doing that.
No, we're subleasing it. That's legal, right?
I think so. I'm no lawyerologist.
That's fair.
But so that's also where I met Nevermore Hollows. And again,
Okay, the other person I'm thinking, it's the painter,
Timothy Wayne Williams.
Timothy Wayne Williams. I don't know why I cannot remember his name.
He is
Amazing.
funny. Dude, he is funny.
Is it the Drunken Pirate?
Yeah, the drunken
No, it's
Painting Pirate.
Painting Pirate.
Painting Pirate on TikTok. He's brand new on there, so he only has I was his first follower.
I'm following him now. I love his artwork.
I own some.
Well,
Yeah.
like everybody around me owns some of this. I'm like, now I got to meet him just so I need to get his book, actually.
Actually, I could probably hook you up and you can come on the show.
That'd be great. I'm hoping to meet him at
There.
exactly. He's going to be there. Interesting guy just by himself. Like this story of being a musician and all that.
Dude, that was freaky. Seriously, that was a crossroads moment, I think, If you don't know what the crossroads moment is, look it up.
I sure hope that's right outside.
Well, it's hard telling in Indiana, but it does sound like rain.
Yeah.
We're getting storms. He's not used to storms,
I'm just used to the tornado part, not the weather that comes.
We had a land spout. What day was that?
We do have somebody to hook you up with Carter Bishart. He's he's local in KC, but he has 5 books on Bigfoot, 1 book on.
Is he on your show?
We just recorded him.
Oh,
It's going to be, I think, next week or the week after it's going to come out.
I know I've heard the name before.
He's been on a bunch of podcasts. He used to be an investigator for the BFRO. He's moved on doing other things, but he's getting up there in age. He's 73. Would never guess that. I mean, sharp as a tack. He's going to take us, if everything works out right, up to 8 Mountain in Missouri, and we're going to try to find where he has a footprint, and then
I know I've heard that story because
No, he's been on his most recent was DAX Machina. He was just on them a month ago, So you, and he's been on a few, he's kind of slowed down on the podcasting, but came in, he's local to us, so we're able to get him, so we're trying to move more towards stuff like this, where we're going to do a guest, because we really don't interview, but we do way better when somebody's next to us and us just talking.
Yeah.
We're conversationalists, that, as close as you can get.
I like people, and I love my fans. I really do.
There's a reason why you're in a closet when you film.
Well, I just don't like people knowing where I live.
That's good.
Like, it's okay that they know, like, the general. Yeah.
That's what I don't want to use. Like, we don't investigate my place. We investigate OGs and Chums.
Chum's got a lot of shit going on.
That apartment that we've had a lot of interesting stuff, but only that got caught on film. So
it's bullshit. Shit experience.
Totally bullshit.
I'm filling in for OG today.
Yeah, well, there's two people who we collaborated, so it's only half of bullshit.
It's bull crap.
Yeah, bull crap. But in some reason he doesn't want me to set cameras up while he's sleeping. I don't know. He says it's creepy.
But it sounds more like he doesn't want evidence.
That's part of it. I think he really does not want to have more proof. Because if you go on our TikTok, it's on our YouTube too, but on TikTok it's pinned. He caught his door to his bedroom closing because he was doing editing. It was trying to emulate some famous TikToker that we know, and talking to the camera and talking about what's coming up and this is what we're on. And you hear something go click. He's like, "What?" And he cut it, but there was a little bit of fun when he's trying to figure out how to turn the camera around.
Yeah.
And gets the camera turned around, and sure enough, his door just, and he's like, "Oh, fuck." Because that one was kind of undeniable. Now, when you watch the video, you're like, "Oh, he's probably just kicked it with his foot." That door is 6 foot from where he's at.
Wow.
And then that's also the same hallway that me and him saw a shadow show up on the wall and just take off down the hallway. When I looked at it, I was so pissed. I was holding my hand. Holding my phone in my hand.
I mean, we've had this discussion. I have this discussion with a lot of people. When people say, everybody's got a phone in their pocket. Why can't we get a clear picture? What? I guarantee you, if you're in the moment, most encounters are less than 5 seconds.
Okay.
In the moment, it takes you a couple seconds to be like, am I really seeing what I'm seeing? And the last thing you're thinking about is, where's my phone? Now, maybe some of you younger kids, where you walk around like this all day,
Might have been right. No, where I was so mad at myself is I had those, I bought those TikTok microphones.
Uh-huh.
They last about an hour and a half to 3 hours, depending on how much. Really good quality sound. I was really surprised. Well, I had put my phone up, put a microphone by it, because he was seeing something in the kitchen, or it's a very small, it's not much bigger than this room, just had another. He was seeing something, or he's always seeing something. So I put one of my microphones out in the kitchen. And we've been talking, it's only been about 30 minutes or so. I get up, use the restroom. It's one of those weird coincidences of why everything just came out. But I use the restroom, wash my hands, open the door. I leave the light on, leave the door open. I step out, look towards Chum. That's where my phone's recording. I see the microphone splashing red green that's needing charged. I'm like, that's odd. So I turn and walk into the living room, and that microphone splashing red and green means it needs to be charged. So I picked it up, walked back, grabbed the other one. And whatever reason, I grabbed my phone thinking I was going to need to charge it or whatever.
Yeah.
I sit down, and I think I have one microphone already plugged in. I'm messing with the other one. My phone's in my lap, and the shadow goes right on the wall, just like how when I walked out of the bathroom, I'm 6 foot. This shadow was about 5'7".
Wow.
Well, and then it leaned like it's trying to see us, And when it leaned, I turned my head because I could see Larry's eyes get really big. When I turn and look at it, that's when it just shut down the hallway. And I was so mad at myself. So I'm like, that was a battery drain.
Right.
I literally am an idiot that was a battery drain. I didn't need to grab my phone. And, Larry Parachum was like, well, maybe if you had left the phone, maybe it wouldn't have shown up. Maybe it was aware.
He's not wrong.
And it's a fair, trying to make me feel better because I wasn't an idiot because I grabbed
I wasn't going to say it.
Yeah. So there's sometimes you're like, why in the world did I do that? And we've now thought about more for it to lean and create that shadow. He should have seen it because where he was sitting, you could see the door. You had to actually step out of the bathroom to make that shadow happen. We didn't see anybody standing there, and it was flat. It wasn't like because usually when you talk about shadow creatures, there's a black mass, like it looks like a shadow, but there's dimensions. But this was like flat. Like I literally stood up, walked back to the hallway, made the shadow other than it's taller, and there was no cars. They were like, wow. I ended up walking into the living room, making sure the door was closed and locked and all that. But I was so like.
Because you've been doing this for how long? You know about battery drains.
And it didn't just click. Oh, and it didn't even click to Larry.
Yeah.
Like when I said, my mics are dead. And it just, and that's a very common occurrence when you're getting ready to have happen.
And not only with paranormal, they talk about Bigfoot, they talk about UFOs. Like basically any of these, I really do think that there's a connection between all of this. Between ghosts, it could be.
It could be.
We don't know. Between ghosts, Bigfoot, UFOs, I think there's something. There's a common thread because there's a lot of similarities in the encounters. Whether it's ghosts or Bigfoot or UFOs, when you try to capture these things on film. There's a lot of similarities, batteries dying, that you can't focus your camera or,
peeing your pants. Yeah, it happens to everybody.
Well, not with UFOs because I enjoy getting probed.
That's
I think I made that joke when I was on the show. Just enjoying being probed.
He takes it like a champ. We give him a hard time about that, but he has no recollection of ever being probed. Recollections. He hasn't done transgression.
Neither regression.
Well, we actually just did a short episode on that he was talking about some of his experiences. And I brought up, well, did you experience time loss? Because that's pretty common. And he brought up a good point. He was like, I don't know. Because I'm looking at the clock. And he's out in the woods.
Yeah. And
I'm like, to be fair, you could have had time loss, and there's no way for you to know because it's just dark outside. And
I think the other thing about, time loss is reported. But if we're talking about interdimensional beings, if we're not talking about interdimensional, if they're coming from light years away, they have to have some kind of time distortion. So, you're not even going to notice that you're missing 30 seconds.
Yeah. Or if they can put you, and so they did have an experience where him and Jason were driving, and then they literally leaped. This is the only way they could really explain it. Where they were at, they should have seen this big cross that was lit up. They should have seen the store. And they're talking to each other, so it's not like they hypnotized. And it's on one of our upcoming podcasts. But I'm like, I wonder how much of that stuff is like alien abduction. And the alien's like, I'm pretty sure this is where we picked him up at.
Yeah.
They put him down.
They were drinking past light. I'm pretty sure this is where it's at, and it was about this time.
Yeah, this
close enough.
Close enough for military. And they're like, well, how did we didn't pass it? And then sure enough, they passed all this stuff.
It's funny you should mention that because I just had an episode that came out last Saturday, and somebody has experienced that multiple times, where like they're traveling, they get to their destination like in advance. Like they shouldn't have been there. They claim that they've both experienced it. It was a husband and wife. And they've claimed it together.
They know about time zones, right?
They do know about time zones.
Just making sure.
But it was like,
No, that
like even on their Google Maps, it would show that they arrived
like an hour,
hours.
which is, I mean, there's a couple TV series talking about that with planes. Like there are planes that went into a vortex and they went from like Miami to Bermuda or something, but they cut hours off, and they had for the amount of time they flew, they had the same amount of fuel. It's all recorded, and there's no way that's even.
All I know is if you figure out how to do that, I'm going to Georgia in September. I'd like to have that button because gas ain't cheap.
No, yeah, make that jump real quick.
And I don't know about you, but I don't make crap from podcasts. I don't. People think, all I do is sit in front of the camera, and there's a lot more to it.
Oh, you gotta be raking it in on that OnlyFans. Or was it only mullets? I think it was only
Squatch.
Only Squatch. Squat mullets. Yeah, that's what you need to release a official mullet made with Squatch hair. Official Squatch hair mullet. Cologne, Squatch musk.
So another episode that I have out with Iabu Windermere, and she actually, one of her little hobbies, she makes
perfume.
Yeah, I go by John Cougar Hunter Method Camp on TikTok, and he starts talking about his encounters and stuff. He had several things happen, but then he gets to this possible Bigfoot encounter in Hocking Hills, Ohio. And I'm like, well, if you know Hocking Hills, you probably know where Tar Hollow is. He's like, yeah, man, I grew up horseback riding down there. Well, I grew up horseback riding down there. And I'm looking at the guy, I'm like, we're close to the same age. Like, how old are you? And he's like 3, maybe 4 years younger than me. 3. And I've got to know this guy. If he spent his summers in Tar Hollow and I spent my summers in Tar Hollow, got to know each other. And he's like, yeah. I was like, are you from Ohio? He's like, yeah.
How else would you know where Tar Hollow is?
Well, I mean, you might be going there.
Might be.
It's beautiful down there. I mean, a lot of people like to camp down there and hike, and it's not as scenic as Hocking Hills, but it's a nice park. So anyway, he's like, yeah. He's like, I'm from Ohio. I was like, where at? He's like, a little town north of Dayton. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, where at? He's like, a town called Bradford. I'm like, shut up. Because the first thought going through my mind was, okay, this guy has figured out who I am.
Oh, yeah. And he's
stalked me a little bit, and knows that I'm from Bradford, that my family owned a horse farm.
I'm still all your mullets.
He was after the fight or the method camp fortune. But I'm like, wait a minute, no. I was like, you're screwing with me, aren't you? Like at this point, I'm like full on defensive. I'm like, you're messing with me, right? He's like, no, dude, where would I pull Bradford out of my ass? And he starts naming like streets in town and businesses in town and people that he went to school with, which one of them is my kid's stepdad.
So you're like,
and I'm like, wait, we got to talk offline here. Because now at this point, I'm like, okay, he knows. I mean, that's beyond stalking. He knows he knows this place. And he's like, yeah, man. He's like, he starts talking about all this stuff. And And then he tells me who his mom and grandpa were. And then it all clicks. I was like, I know him. I know who he is. And I'm like, dude, I'm John Fike. And he's like, no way. He didn't recognize me either. One, I've got the mullet. Two, we haven't seen each other since high school. So you're talking 30 years.
30.
Yeah, not 40. I'm not OG. Love you, OG. Anyway.
That's Ian.
So yeah, like we literally, like, he used to come out to the farm. My grandparents or my grandpa owned a leatherworking shop, and he made saddles and stuff. And like, he was known all over the country for his saddles. And
you don't just casually make a saddle.
Right. Like that's a skill you work a long time for. And yeah, he was hand doing all the leather for the leather work and stuff like that. And but anyway, like his grandparents, which that's who was his grandparents and his mom, we camped with them, and they would come out to the house and stuff. But he was a few years younger than me, so it wasn't like we hung out during high school. Yeah. But we did ride horses together, and he was out at the farm and everything, and then he's my part-time co-host. He's filled in for me on a couple episodes, and but if you watch on TikTok and my Facebook and stuff like that, he got the blog. Sure, he made a video for me of him modeling the shirt and the mullet and stuff. So that's Copenhagen, aka Howie Bree.
He does a great job, by the way. I kind of got a couple of the episodes where
he does. He, like, it's totally different from my style. I was kind of bummed
when I found out he's not in the area and couldn't be here. So
yeah, well, actually, he said he might be in town next weekend. So
of course, hopefully he shows up. You'll be able to catch up.
Yeah, we're talking about, because I still camp over at the farm, and he's hoping that weather's nice, so we're actually camping. You gotta stay on camera, JD.
Yeah, I noticed they keep on leaning out of. Like,
look, you're supposed to be the professional here.
I pick girl in comparison sitting next to you.
Do I stink? I took a shower.
I believe you.
Maybe. Maybe. And the people watching at home, glad they don't have smell issues.
I think you smell very fresh.
I probably.
Yeah, it's musty. Not musty, it's manly.
It's like my natural cougar musk.
Women are going to be breaking down the door any minute.
I'm surprised that hadn't happened yet. All this lusciousness in one area.
It's hard to turn down.
Yeah.
Luckily, on the third floor, it's going to take them a
That's true.
to get up here.
A lot of them are in walkers. I started to explain this earlier. My online persona started out as purely comedy. I played John Cougar Hunter Method Camp, who is a ladies' man from the 80s that's living in current times.
It's still stuck in the 80s.
It's stuck in the 80s. And
the only thing you're missing is the IROC Z with T-tops.
Well, according to the mythos of Method Camp, it's an 82 Camaro.
82.
Yeah. Because that was my first car.
Predates IROC.
Yeah, that was my first car, actually.
That would have been a Z28 or an RS.
It was not the Z28.
It was an RS.
It had a 4-cylinder in it.
It wasn't even an RS.
No. That was the only reason my parents bought it for me, because it had a 4-cylinder in it.
4-cylinder Iron Duke is what that engine was called.
Yeah. That was the only reason my parents agreed to buy that car for me for my first one, because, it was a sports car, but it had the 4-cylinder in it. So it went 0 to 60 and
afternoon.
It was a 4-cylinder.
Yep.
Yeah. I love that car, though.
It looked cool, though.
Oh, it did. Women digged it. They loved it. Got a lot of cougars in that. I really didn't. No. I was a virgin till last week.
Why don't your kids find out about that?
Well, we're still waiting on those DNA results. Joking, everybody. This is who I am. This is who I am. And my kids, I love you. And I'm sorry that I embarrass you. But I got a story about that, though. See, I've been drinking, so now my time's really loose.
Ready for another one?
I am, actually. Do we want to pause for a minute?
I was thinking, while we pause,
Yeah.
we can review this and find out.
I hope we don't have to review this.
So we'll be right back. Be safe.